We must put money where it matters the most. We must put money in the pockets of the poor, of the poorest. In Duncan village, here in Mudantsane, you need P. In Dice, our people said to me, we need roads, we need water, we need electricity, we need proper houses. We have heard all of you. I've met young people here in Mudantsane who are saying we could have fought these people in the ANC, but we are defeated, and that's why we are coming to the EFF. And we asked the question, why were you defeated? They said, even if you are a member of the ANC, it is not enough. You must sleep with other people to be employed as an employee for EPWP. And they tell us names of the people who want to sleep with young children for EPWP jobs. But what touched me the most was a young girl who said they refused to give me a bursary because I refused to sleep with a counselor. This counselor is a father of my friend, and I see him as my father. All I did was to go to him and ask for a bursary. Why will you want to sleep with children who are asking for a bursary? Because she refused to sleep with this counselor, she was denied a bursary. Children are being denied their future in Buffalo City because they refuse to sell their souls. We want to say to the children of Mudantsane, please don't be demoralized. The EFF is here. We shall defeat those things. Comrades, EFF must be a weapon in the hands of the rejected, dejected masses of our people. The EFF must be a hope of the hopeless masses of our people. You know, as we're coming this way since 1994, there was an impression created, Chairperson, that the ANC will never be removed. That South Africa's future has been predetermined. The ANC will rule until Jesus comes back. In their dreams. Sesifikile manje. Sayikhupha ANC. Hey, they said the ANC will go when Jesus comes. Jesus has arrived 5 years ago. That Jesus is the EFF. That's what they've been waiting for. That's why ANC is not government in Johannesburg. That's why ANC is not government in PE. That's why ANC is not government in Tshwane, in many municipalities in KwaZulu-Natal. Zuma said they will rule until Jesus comes. You all know, if you are Christians, Bishop, Jesus is not going to walk in like identifiable someone. Jesus comes in different forms. And Jesus arrived in Marikana, was launched 5 years ago. Now it's finished. They are going out. They were correct. We are here. They were waiting for us. We were waiting for ourselves. We were not waiting for anyone. We were waiting for ourselves. Now we know our worth, and we do not just vote for anything that comes our way. You must end the votes of South Africans. No more this nonsense. Hey, we fought for freedom. You fought for freedom. We thanked you for the past 24 years. Now it's about the future. It's not about who fought for freedom. It's about who is going to fight for the total emancipation of African children. It's about the future of black children. It's about the future of those children who go to school without shoes. We have honored Mandela is enough. We must honor ourselves. We must honor our future. And that future is in our hands. Fellow South Africans, when we speak the land, it is not anti-white. And I want to make a clarion call to fellow white South Africans. Don't be scared of the land debate, because the land debate is going to liberate you from yourself. You stay in high walls because you are scared you will be attacked tomorrow. Who will attack you? For what? You know that you have done something wrong. That's why you are hiding at night. Do the right thing. Release the land. Then you shall collapse the high walls and enjoy the beautiful gardens. Because no one will come to you who will be busy with our land. Why would we come to you when we've got work to do? We are coming to your houses. We are breaking your houses because we have nothing to do. We are idling. Give us the land. You shall know a permanent peace. Stop pretending like you've got peace. You've got no peace. And your troubles are not brought to you by Malema. You brought those troubles yourself by refusing to share in the economy of South Africa, by refusing to share the land in South Africa. Release the land. You will be welcomed here at Mdantsane at any time. But every time you come to Mdantsane, the people look at you with that eye, that you, one day is one day. If you want the Mdantsane people to be welcoming, let us agree on the land. We need this land to be shared amongst our people. And when we say our people, we include you, white people, but black people in particular. When I say to you, I've got one heart, and that heart is only for my wife, it doesn't mean I don't love you. I'm not like Zuma. I don't dish hearts around. I've got only one heart. That heart is for my wife. I've got only one heart. That heart is for African people. It doesn't mean I hate you. I love black people so much because they are the most oppressed people. And those are the people we seek to liberate. When we say we liberate black people, it doesn't mean we want to oppress white people. We want an equal society. It will never be equal if white people own 80% of the land and black people are only sharing 13%, yet black people constitute 80% of the population in South Africa. That contradiction must be resolved. And once it is resolved, we are going to be guaranteed peace. Fighters, let us not talk about our own achievements. Let the achievements speak for us. We must not go around claiming easy victories. Let our victories speak for us. The South African population and voters are not stupid. Not even Ramaphosa's New Dawn can mislead our people. Our people know who is Ramaphosa. Our people know that Ramaphosa is not in charge. The people who are in charge is Pravin Gordhan and Trevor Manuel. Our people know that. Our people know that Ramaphosa's New Dawn wants to privatize Eskom, want to privatize Dinel, want to privatize Transnet, they want to privatize SAA. It's not going to happen. Not under the EFF's watch. We will defend these state-owned companies. They belong to us. We cannot privatize what we have now. We must nationalize the mines. We must nationalize the banks so that our people can get jobs. Why is Pravin attacking our own state-owned companies? Comrades, South Africa is not a banana republic. South Africa did not elect Patrice Motsepe as a president. Patrice Motsepe must know his place. He must sit down. We are not Motsepe's people here. Patrice Motsepe is the brother-in-law of Cyril Ramaphosa and Jeff Radebe. They are capturing South Africa. We want to warn Patrice Motsepe. We are watching you the same way we watch the Guptas. Stop doing what you are doing. It's unacceptable. South Africa does not belong to the Motsepe family. Hey, there is a new capture here. It's led by Patrice Motsepe and the Ruperts. The Ruperts are using Trevor Manuel. They are using Pravin Gordhan. Then Patrice is using his brother-in-law, Cyril, and Jeff Radebe. We are watching you. Patrice, you must ask Guptas about us. If you want to know who we are, you must ask Guptas. Patrice, you have made your money. Stop being greedy. Allow other people to make money as well. Not everything should be about Patrice Motsepe. Our struggle was never about Patrice Motsepe. They say Cyril Ramaphosa has attracted 1 trillion investment. More than half of that money is going into the pocket of Patrice Motsepe. They have signed some deals here of private power producers in an attempt to close down Eskom. In those deals, Patrice Motsepe is there. Because Jeff Radebe, his brother-in-law, is the one who signed those deals which are going to render Eskom useless. They are involved in a scheme of a family to capture South Africa. I warned about Guptas in 2011. Zuma was sitting behind me in Rustenburg. I said it the way I'm saying it here now about the Motsepes. South Africans did not listen. They cast it later. I'm saying to you now, watch the Motsepe family. They are becoming dangerous. They are taking everything for themselves. We like you, Patrice. You are our brother. But please, greedy is going to make us fight you. And we'll fight you very hard. Because we know where your minds are. We will go and reclaim those mines of ours, which you have taken all over in Rustenburg, Northwest, and all over Skukuniland. Please be warned. Stay away from our government. It's not a Motsepe government. Do your foundation things there, away from our government. Don't abuse our government. Fellow fighters, let us go and build strong structures of the EFF. We must have branches. We must have strong regions, because for us to take power, we rely on strong structures on the ground. We must make sure that we are disciplined, because for us to be where we are now is because of discipline. Many organizations died before us, but in the EFF we are still alive 5 years down the line. Why? Anyone who asks you for secret, tell them we are still here because of discipline. High discipline, high morale is what kept us here. When they tried to destroy the EFF, We showed them the door. We said to them, in the EFF, we don't want people who are ill-disciplined. And let me tell you, we are proud to have expelled those who wanted to hijack the revolution. Look at them today. The same people who wanted to destroy the EFF, they are no longer smoking nyaupe. They are smoking wunga. They are worse than the time they were in the EFF. Look at them. You will be proud of your leaders, that our leaders acted decisively on these criminals. We were going to have wunga smokers here as our leaders. People who are scared, very scared of water, because wunga and water don't mix. Yeah, in the EFF, we require discipline. And we are going to make sure that as we go forward, we need and we maintain discipline. Fellow fighters, education is free. Education is going to be more free under the government of the EFF. Student Command continue to lead us in the right direction. We are very happy in all universities that are led by the Student Command. In Tefliop, children are getting free food and sanitary pads. At Vets University, the children of the poor are being helped by the EFF-led SRC. We are saying to the Student Command, comrades, make sure these people who get free education, they pass. They must not just say free education and spend too much money in the universities there, drinking alcohol and becoming permanent residents in the university. How can you be a resident in the university? You must move. And it starts with you, President of the Student Command. We want to see you graduating. And graduation after graduation, you must lead by example. You can't be defeated by Godrich Guardian. A 50-year-old man who graduates a year after a year after a year. We want leaders who love school. We want leaders who make education fashionable. In the EFF, we don't compete with the names of the jeans we are wearing or the sneakers. We compete with how many qualifications do you have? We don't want drunkards here. We don't want to be led by matriculous people here. Zuma showed you how matriculous people behave. That dumb cop nearly collapsed our country. If EFF was not there, that matriculous would have finished it. Please, young people, go to school. Education is free. And we call upon the Department of Higher Education to give the results to all students who have passed. Even if they are owing, they must be given the results because their debt was cancelled by good performance. We must reward good performance. Those who fail, Peter, including those who are getting free education now, they must pay. They must pay. We can't be paying money here for Tom Copsey. You must know that when you enter that university, we are going to invest money in you. And when you fail, it's a wasteful expenditure, and wasteful expenditure is punishable. You shall pay. Don't waste the taxpayers' money. Go to university not to have fun. Go there, work hard, and leave that university. Create space for another African child, because we want more graduates in the villages and in the townships. I don't understand why we have not stopped universities until now, President of the Student Command. Because these people said they are giving us free education. Then they stopped paying for meals. Children are not eating there at university. They've stopped paying for books. They've stopped paying for accommodation, especially for those who stay outside the universities. They've stopped paying for transport of those who are staying outside the university. We must say to this ANC government, when you thought you were bluffing by telling us you are giving us free education, then you will know who we are. We want free education for real, not a Mickey Mouse arrangement we see now. Our children must get food, and not just food, healthy food. And there must be meat in that food. Because there is no food here without meat here. And proper meat. And enough meat. Because you said you are giving us free education. We want books. Pay for our books. It can't be free if we are paying for our books. It can't be free if we have to pay registration fee. We must go to NSFAS and demand that every student who's under NSFAS, their debt and their monies must be paid. Because that money doesn't belong to the ANC. It's our money. It must be spent on our children. Fellow fighters, we need jobs. We need land for the jobs. We must fight for the jobs because the youth in South Africa, they've gone to schools, yet they are not being employed. We need young people who've got the skills to work and make sure that our economy continue to absorb as many young people as possible. Comrades, all of this is possible. We need all of you to commit to work for the revolution. It is possible to give our people houses. It is possible to give our people jobs. Let us defend state-owned companies. We cannot have a government which has got no companies. The only thing it has is to pay SASSA beneficiaries. We want more entities under government. We want these state-owned companies to help government to create jobs. Our government must be alive to the realities of the fourth industrial revolution. Robots are coming to replace our people. What strategy do we have to ensure that we protect jobs and continue to create more jobs? Let us not reject the fourth industrial revolution, but we must navigate through and ensure that African children continue to survive even under the fourth industrial revolution. Our government must start teaching in the new curriculum fourth industrial revolution. Not some needle work. There's no one who's going to be doing needle work here. The machines are coming. How do you create the machine? How do you operate the machine? That's what we should be teaching our children now. Because in reality, our children are going to be irrelevant if there is no investment in the fourth industrial revolution. Comrades, Zimbabwe is going to elections on Monday. We say to the people of Zimbabwe, we are with you. We know your pain. We know your suffering. On Monday, all of us, we are Zimbabweans and we stand for peace. We must encourage Zimbabweans to stand for peace, nothing else but peace. ZANU-PF must conduct a clean election, no intimidation, no rigging. When elections are free and fair, if MDC loses, MDC accept the results. Do not agitate for violence, because violence is the one that is destroying Africa. Let us not resolve our problems through violence. We are with you, Zimbabwe. We hope that we'll see a new Zimbabwe after Monday, a working Zimbabwe, a Zimbabwe that has got the land, a Zimbabwe that will become a good partner to South Africa. We are with the people of Zimbabwe on Monday because we know what they went through before. we don't want history to repeat itself in Zimbabwe. Please, Zimbabwe, we are saying to you, conduct a peaceful election. The people of Palestine, we will always be with you. You are important people because you are going through what we went through. We know what Israel is doing in Palestine. We know that they want to wipe out Palestine on the map. They want to wipe out the Palestinians, and that thing must never be accepted. We must continue to fight Israel and say to Israel, give back the people of Palestine their land, give them their freedom. They will decide their own future. The way Israel is conducting business is not going to be possible to create a two-state in that area. So we're saying, fellow fighters, let us continue to make the world aware about the genocide which is being committed in Palestine. Let us say to the world, we must boycott Israel. The Israel embassy must leave South Africa. South African embassy must leave Israel. We want to make sure that everything else that comes from Israel, it is boycotted because Israel is an apartheid state. So let us continue to support our people. Comrades, I want to say to you, we are proud that our leaders here that have been conducting leadership. We are proud elect. We don't want to see madness. We want to see a robust elective assemblies because we have got no tolerance for madness. Let there be contest. It must be discipline. It must be within the rules of the EFF. When we live here, we must tell ourselves one thing. We are going to build the EFF from street to street, village by village, house to house, brick by brick. There must not be a family in South Africa without an EFF voter. All of you branches, go and establish ground forces in each and every voting station. We are going for a war next year. We are leaving nothing to chance. We are ready to confront the ANC next year. We are ready to defeat the ANC next year. We are ready to be government next year. It doesn't matter the results. EFF is going to be government somewhere next year. Whether we win or we don't win, whether there is a coalition or no coalition, there will be some part in South Africa which is governed by the EFF. It can be a metro, it can be a municipality. We are tired of giving metros to people who are conniving with white people against black people. We are going to govern next year after elections. We are the government of the people. So start being ready. Stop lazing around. Hey, we are looking for a municipal manager. We are looking for HOD. We are looking for a DG. Prepare yourself. The government of the EFF is coming next year. They are saying we are scared to govern. We are not scared of anything. We will govern and govern properly. We are going to fight corruption. When we are in government, everybody who steals from poor people, we are going to fight against that. We are inspired by the Cuban 26 July movement, which was led by Fidel Castro, Raul Castro, and Che Guevara. We are inspired by how they've conducted business in Cuba because they never stole from their own people. Even a government of the EFF must never steal a cent from the poor of the poorest. Anyone who's going to be found with his hand in a cookie jar, you shall know us. Prison is your next home. under the EFF government, we are going to arrest civil servants who are stealing from government. We will create a special prison for them. And when we hire the new ones, we will take family members of the new ones to go and see those who are arrested, so that the family members can help us to call the new ones to order. Or, hey, Daddy, if you steal, you saw those people there. That's where you are going. We need a government that declares stealing a crime against humanity. Because when you steal money, you are stealing ARVs, and therefore you are killing people.